Hello everyone, this is Kevin, your entrepreneur, and we're going to talk about a strange story today, and one that I am actually going to be taking multiple sides on, giving different points of view. So before you start typing comments saying you disagree with me about a particular thing, wait until the end of the video until I have explained all points of view, because I actually don't think anyone is well, there's one person that's completely wrong in this situation, but for the most part, no one is completely right. And everyone needs to take more precautions. They need to be more proactive to avoid situations like this. And just know that, unfortunately, whether you want to admit it or not, whenever you use a service where you give people's complete strangers your address, well, you invite a risk. And what I am talking about is that a woman in Redondo Beach, California, I believe her name's Lauren, she ordered a pizza through Postmates, which, for the record, guys, I don't recommend ordering pizza delivery through Postmates unless the pizza place won't deliver it to your house because of distance, because most pizza places have a delivery service. And if your house is farther away than they're willing to deliver, I think it would be way more expensive to have that pizza delivered through Postmates than to just buy something else or what the pizza's worth. So, that's me though. But she ordered a pizza, had delivered, and she didn't tip the driver. Now, she stated she didn't tip the driver because she thought the tip was included in the Postmates fee, which I don't know where she got that impression, because Postmates is not Uber. They have never gone out of their way to try to convince people not to tip. And they have always made absolutely clear the tip and the Postmates fee is different. So I don't know why she thought this, but it made the driver a little upset. So he sent her a 4-page letter or something threatening her over the lack of tip and saying things that I won't repeat here, but you can read a copy of the letter below in the article that I'm linking to. And basically he did threaten her, and she felt unsafe enough that she went to the police, which is smart. That's what she needs to do. And then she contacted Postmates. Now then, here's where the situation gets a little dicey. I want to make it very clear up front, I do not condone threatening people. I shouldn't have to say that. That should go without saying. You don't threaten people, you don't kill them. If they don't tip you, hey, you move on. You move on with your day. You don't bother anyone. That said, I'm not going to lie, it is really annoying not to get tips. And you have people who are not making a lot of money, and they are using their own vehicles or their own bikes, and they're bringing you food. And when you can't bother to tip them, I can understand why they get upset. Again, I don't agree with threatening people or destroying property or doing anything. I think you need to have thick skin, know that sometimes tips won't happen, and walk away. But to the customers out there, I don't care what your attitude is on tipping. I don't care if you think they're already getting paid for a job and they shouldn't have to be tipped. Here's a fact. They are delivering your food. They are providing you a service. And in many cases, you have given them your home address. I would not try to stick it to these people, because while the vast majority of them will just shrug it off and they will walk on and they will do their merry way, go on their merry way, some people are spiteful and they have your information. That is not a good combination. So to anyone who is reading the story, the best way to avoid a situation like this is to tip something, anything, even if it's just $1, just tip them something. Give them at least $2. That's what most people want. They just want $2, maybe a little bit more if it's a bigger order. Give them a $2 tip. It's not going to kill you. If you tell me, oh, I'm spending $10 in delivery fee already, what's $2 more at that point? What's $1 more? I mean, come on. It is insurance to not get threatened and harassed. Kind of like how when you go to a restaurant and the people are handling your food, if you want to ensure they don't spit in that food or do something to it, you leave a tip. It's that simple. And now then, with that said, now that he has made the threat, She absolutely did the right thing going to the police. Always go to the police, and go to the police first. Because I know some people have mixed feelings about the police, but trust me, they will be way more helpful and proactive than Postmates. Because the reason she's making the story public is because not only does she feel that Postmates should not have hired someone like this in the first place, which that's a misunderstanding. He was not hired. He is an independent contractor. They don't hire anyone. They're just doing individual jobs. But they were apparently not very helpful in solving the situation. Now, I don't know what they told her. She wouldn't tell us, or she wouldn't tell the person who was writing the article. She didn't tell them what they said they would do. Apparently, they said they'd lost investigation, but they didn't give any details. I can almost guarantee you that the guy got fired. Especially if she was able to produce a copy of the letter and they're able to match handwriting or, whatever, then yeah, he's fired. But what else do you want Postmates to do, lady? I mean, they do approve people, but the background checks only do so much. No one knows for sure what's gonna happen. I just saw a special in 2020 about road rage, where someone who had no prior arrests or convictions, or even a speeding ticket or a parking ticket ever in her life, got into a simple case of road rage, 40 years old, ended up running over a motorcyclist and killing him. Background checks only do so much, and maybe this guy was not getting tips and you were the straw that broke the camel's back. I don't know. But Postmates can only background check so much. And the fact that you feel like they should do more for you, well, they can deactivate him from the platform. But that's all they can do, really. I mean, it sucks that he knows your address. It sucks that he knows where you live. And, hopefully the police catch him. But this is just a basic risk you take. And this goes for all platforms, whether it be Postmates, DoorDash, Uber, Lyft, Saucy. Whatever you use, keep in mind, you are giving total strangers your address. They know where you live. So if you're an Uber Lyft driver, don't give them any personal information like where you leave the key or anything. Just don't do it. That's not wise. And if it's Postmates or DoorDash, leave a tip. You shouldn't have to leave a tip to avoid not being threatened. I know. But let's face it. If the delivery guy is going to have a problem with you, the problem is going to come in the fact that you didn't give him a tip. Give him a tip, even if it's a little one. I mean, it's something, and it's a little bit of insurance. And I have to say, though, I will give you this. This story did make me sympathize a little for people with gated communities, because I've tried to deliver food to gated communities. I call and they're like, "Hey, what's the gate code?" And a lot of people actually tell me, "I don't want to give you the gate code. Just come in when someone else comes in." Now, I don't play that game. If someone does that, I start the timer. And if they're not out by the time the timer's over, I go home or I leave. They've bought me dinner. But after this, I understand it. I understand why they wouldn't want to give me that gate key. I do. Because, you give them gate key, that gated community, well, it might as well not be a gated community at that point. So, I don't know. What do you folks think? Obviously, I think we're all in agreement that the woman who ordered the pizza is definitely the victim here. But my question is, do you think this could have been avoided? Why do you think she felt the tip was part of the delivery fee? I would love to know. Comment below. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy the videos I make, consider becoming a Patreon member or buying some swag from the Great Media Universe store. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.